It's time for Gardening Inside Out, a live show offering you plant advice for any space in your life. Introducing your perennial hosts, David Bates and Josh Carey.
Hey, and welcome in, everybody. It's Saturday morning. It's time for Gardening Inside Out, coming to you live here from the Green Room Studios here at Bates Nursery and Garden Center, conveniently located in Bates Hollow. 1 mile north, 4.9 miles
Whites
north.
Creek Pike.
Yeah, it is. Adam Chapman, did you give the boss the day off?
I did. He seemed like he needed a little time away.
Okay. Yeah, David's still on double secret probation. I mean, we're not going to talk about it, though.
Nope.
So, but hey, thanks for sitting in for him.
It's my pleasure.
Okay.
I always love being here with you, Josh, and everybody else in the room.
Well, okay. We'll go with that. I appreciate it too. But it's what David always likes to start the show with.
Weather.
Yes.
He's obsessed with the weather.
Yeah. When he grows up, he wants to be a weatherman.
I think so. I think that's correct. Now I will do my best to fill in for him in that role. And as you can see from the weather behind me on the big screen,
it's glorious.
It is glorious. This weekend is going to be amazing. And so is Monday. We got another front coming through Tuesday, Wednesday. Doesn't look like there will be a whole lot to it rain-wise, but you never know. It's good to see that the weather pattern has changed as we knew it would going into fall. So we are getting some regular rainfall, which means that, you know what? Instead of the ground being as hard as concrete, you can actually get a spade out and maybe dig a hole without having to get a jackhammer or a pickaxe or whatever, Now, look, folks, it's going to get chilly by the end of the week. High 46 on Thursday. Oh, wait, that's right. It is late fall.
Okay.
But it does not look like we'll have any technically freezing temps. Now, we did have a slight frost this morning on the eaves of the green room, I noticed when I got here. So I would imagine we will be having some more of that by the end of the week, which is good. We need to keep these plants dormant because I'm sure we'll get into it on this show. We have some blast blooms going on right now. You'll see that around. You'll see things that really shouldn't be blooming right now that are because of the weather's kind of gotten them.
Can we change the pattern?
Confused.
Can we change the pattern on the Bradford pears, and perhaps that if they bloom now, they won't bloom and stink up the neighborhood next year?
No, I don't think they'll do that for us. No. No, they're somewhat intractable, if you know what I mean. So, but there's the weather for you, at least for the next 7 days. Looking good. So, do we want to say hi to everybody else in the room?
It's just me and you today.
Is it just us?
Is it us?
Sweet.
Okay. No, it's not. Okay.
Psych.
Yeah. Caroline Gant, Austin Lowe.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hi.
Doing great.
Just killing it.
Just killing it?
Always
doing
killing
great.
it.
Yeah.
Y'all stretching out because it's going to be a busy day here at the nursery.
I
Probably
think
gonna be
so.
busy.
I think so, yeah.
I got a feeling. Nice and sunny. I'm seeing some temps up there that are in the 30s.
Yes.
We haven't really seen that yet, so that's kind of nice to see that.
It is nice.
I'm ready.
It was 38 this morning when I got here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, it was chilly coming in. I had this weird condensation thing on my truck this morning. I had to wait to drive here because there was like condensation on the inside of my truck, not the outside.
Okay.
Well,
What's up with that?
That's because of the temperature difference. It dude inside of your truck.
Dude.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, dude. Speaking of thanks, dude, behind the Tyler cam over there is
Let's
guess
see
who?
it. Tyler Cam. Hey.
Yes, he's here.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome, dude.
Tyler, you look great this morning.
I do. Thanks.
Yeah.
Wow.
He smells great.
Right
too.
back at you.
Does he? I didn't smell him this morning.
I did.
I haven't gotten that close.
You all can get a whiff. It's fine.
Yeah.
Come on over here.
Yeah.
All right, and we want to thank our guest from last week, don't we, Tyler?
Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Let me bring my face back on here.
Facebook.
So thank you to Natalie Ashker Sievers for joining us on our show last
yes.
week. We had the best time. And it is not too late to get your tickets to the Tennessee Local Food Summit held December 6th through the 8th. December 8th actually is a little field trip day, by the way.
Yes.
In Clarksville at Austin P University.
Let's go pee.
Yeah. So you guys need to
Don't
attend
give me
this
that
event.
face, Caroline. That's what they
And
say.
also-
at
That
is what they
football
say.
games.
He's right.
Yes, yes.
Really?
He is
Yes.
right. Yes, that's a thing. Come on, Caroline.
Okay. All right.
And there is the link right there. tnlocalfood.org. Get you more information on that.
Excellent. Excellent.
Earth Mix is so delighted
Yes.
that we're going to be there, and we might have some stuff to give away.
Maybe.
You'll-
Some swag?
Yep. You'll
Tyler, you bringing swag?
Maybe bags
Oh,
Earth Mix
swag
bags?
bags?
over swag.
Okay.
It's even better
Oh,
than
bags
swag.
of dirt. I
Bags
thought you
of
meant
dirt.
tote bags. I was like, I want one
Come
of
on,
those.
guys, keep up.
It's early.
Yeah, I
It
know
is
it's
early.
fine.
But I'm sure there are questions in the
We
queue.
didn't get any. None.
None. No questions at
Just kidding.
Okay.
We've got some.
No questions, no co-host.
Nothing at all. All right, are you all ready?
all. We are ready.
I was born ready.
I know you were. We're going to start with a question that came in from Joyce. Good morning, Joyce.
Hey, Joyce.
Good morning.
See Joyce at the nursery a couple days ago, right?
Oh yeah, she's always here. She's like a half employee.
Well, I meant like it wasn't a couple weeks ago. Sometimes time just runs together.
Yeah, no, she was
It
here
was
a few
couple
days ago.
Yeah, that's true. Come back today, Joyce. All right, let's get into this question. I may have jumped the gun a bit. I planted some daffodils, giant allium, and 100 Spanish bluebells last week. The instructions said they didn't need to be refrigerated before planting, but now I realize the ground temperatures may be a bit warmer than ideal. What's likely to happen? Reduced flowering, starting to flower now. Let's talk about it.
Okay. I don't think, honestly, with the temps I think I've seen, like, yeah, ground temperature, you're right, Joyce. Like, it is a little bit warm, but like outside temperatures and like night temperatures are still pretty chilly. I don't think any of those bulbs are going to come up and bloom. Now, will they come up a little green? Maybe.
That's what's happening to me
Maybe.
right now.
Yes. And I do think you could potentially see that, but I don't think you're going to see anything bloom. And I do think that if they do come up a little bit, they might be damaged a little bit on the tips, the tops, but not like damaged to where you'll see death.
Right.
So, I mean, Joyce, the other thing is like, well, what are you going to do? You're going to go out and pull up everything you've already done and
Yeah, don't do
redo it
that.
in the winter? I don't think that's the way to go. So what you did is fine. You just might see something weird a little bit like we already have this year, but
You
It'll be all
planted
right.
your bulbs already.
I
Because you
planted
do your
tulips,
mixed
like-
containers. They're not coming up at all, are they?
no, I haven't seen any tulips come up at all. No.
Because yours are pretty shaded, though.
Ish. I mean, this time of year they get a lot more sun than they do in the summer. Actually, like it's funny. Like the sun is lower in the sky, so they get
Yep.
more sun on my porch. So actually, my pansies really get full sun, and the tulips have been underneath about 6 inches underneath, but I haven't seen anything pop through the top yet. So
Have you planted your white pansies yet? Your replacements?
no,
Ooh.
thanks. It's a touchy subject.
Why is it a touchy subject?
I don't know because I look at them every night and I'm like, why haven't I planted you yet?
That's true. You did lose a whole pot of them due to fertilizer. Adam, did you
good.
hear about that?
No, I have not been advised of this happening.
Let's do a quick fill-in for our
children
for our
at
viewers
his
and
house.
Adam, just so they know, because some people might have missed it. Just a quick 1 minute, 30-second recap. Go.
30 second?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
impossible.
Marley, my 6-year-old, she put in way too much fertilizer in my pot. I thought it was okay. I decided not to take the fertilizer back out of the pot. I just mixed it in, all this stuff, the synthetic fertilizer. Adam, it was way too much, sir. It was way too much. I put them pansies in within 2
10
days.
seconds.
They
Dead.
turned white, like a ghost.
Dead.
Like white. They were dead. Yep. There you go. That's 30 seconds of
You did
of
that in
death.
under 20 seconds. I was watching our timer.
Yuck.
Yeah, so
It's okay. I still got them. The pansies look good. They're going in soon. Maybe.
it'll be great. I bought some violas when they first came off the truck when it was still pretty hot, and they immediately died because I never watered them and left them on my porch. So
Yeah.
You
Well,
gotta
at least
water
you're-
stuff.
at
guess
least
I'm not going to have any
At
this
least
year.
you're honest.
I'm very honest
honest.
about all of my gardening mistakes because that's how I have learned about most things. All right, should I fertilize the tree that I am planting this fall? So do they need to go ahead and do it?
You can, I mean, you could use tree tone or something like that would be fine. Any of the organic stuff, because the good thing about the organic fertilizers is that they are temperature controlled, basically, within the soil. So as the plant microbes ebb and flow with the soil temperature, so does that fertilizer. So
It's a
gets
little bit more of a
released.
slow release type.
Yes. Yeah, because it has to be released by the microbes in the soil. They have to break it down and start releasing it. So, yeah, that would be just fine. Or if you planted it with any of the Earth Mix products like Landscape or Supernatural, that's another good organically derived. So that is technically fertilizing, which is, it's fine.
Yeah. Definitely. We want to keep it those low numbers like you're talking about. We don't really want to like push growth.
No.
No triple 10.
Yeah, we ain't throwing no triple 10 on the trees this fall. Okay, we don't want them to. Even with this weather we've been having, it's been warm enough to where those trees are going to want to wake back up again, which is already happening.
Yeah, there are trees waking back up.
Yes, they've got their spring flush already, which is odd. So we don't really want to like push that. But like Adam said, anytime you can add organic matter back into the soil, it's good. It's a good thing.
Speaking of organic matter, is now a good time to add compost to my annual and veggie beds for next year?
Sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
I did.
definitely. Yeah.
Never a bad time to add organic matter. We always talk about that. Like soil composition is always working. It's always doing stuff. So anytime you can add back to that is totally fine. And we've got all of our bulk soils and compost on sale right now. 20% off. Like that's
No
great.
excuses.
No excuses. You can fill up a whole truck bed, 20% off. Take it back home, spread it about. Good to go.
Yep.
I need to do that. I don't know when though, because I have a bunch of plants to plant.
Yep.
Well, you better go.
So many. Y'all weren't here the day that I went wild and got plants.
I'm a
Heard
soil
about it.
stockpiler.
Are you?
Yeah. I've got 4 bags of garden just ready to go in my wheelbarrow.
Okay.
At all
In-
times.
Well, right
got-
now,
I've got 5 bags of mushroom compost.
There you go.
I have about 5 or 6 bags of mushroom compost. Anytime that goes on sale, earth mix, mushroom, or no, earthworm. That's what I have. Because I use that for my house plants as well. They love it.
Black gold.
Yep.
Oh, it's the best.
My problem is I've got like 6 different bags that are like a quarter full of something.
Well, that's me too.
yeah, like I don't use it all, and then it just gets shoved there, and I forget about it, and then I'll buy a new bag of something at work, and then I'll bring it home, and then I'll use some of that. So then, yeah,
can't you just make a super blend? Or does that
could.
bother you?
it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
No.
You should make a super blend. I might have to do that because my husband likes to take my half-used bags and put them into a bucket, and then I don't know what it is. So
And he doesn't tell you where he puts them?
no,
No,
I have to
okay.
go on a little hunt to find them.
Nice.
They're placed everywhere. It's like a little scavenger hunt when I'm ready to plant. You know, keeps things
With a little bit
wild.
of frustrated screaming and
Never.
a
No.
few
No
choice
bad words?
words.
No, I'll just open a new bag because I have so
That's
many
true.
of them.
That's true.
And then the process starts all over again. But let's get another question in. Advice for keeping my winter veggies going strong. What do they need to do?
Well,
Is this a loaded question?
well, we're getting to the time of year where it's getting to be a little bit tricky to keep veggies going through December into January and all those harsh months. Now, if you can protect them, any kind of like high tunnels, we call like using PVC with like plastic over top, will keep them like protected. It's been a great year for fall veggies. Honestly, if you got them in early enough, you're probably seeing a harvest really like right around now, probably. I mean, your cabbages are starting to finish. Broccoli's starting to finish. Cauliflower's starting to finish. Brussels probably not quite yet. They're always the latest and the most annoying to grow here. Brussels sprouts are hard to grow here. You just don't get those full, awesome
I don't think
Brussels.
I've ever grown them here.
I have.
But like, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can. They just
They did okay.
they finish small. They don't get
Yeah.
those big like Michigan Brussels sprouts we all
If I'd
want.
Were
have
they
had
good?
If I'd have had 15 plants, it would have been great.
Exactly.
You only grow 1 or 2. Yeah, you got some
And they were,
Brussels
they were
boogers.
fine. They were
Yeah.
awesome,
You do all that growing for so long, and
Ew.
you get one pan of Brussels sprouts.
if you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Exactly. So, yeah, those are a little bit tricky. But your leafy stuff, hey, collards, mustards.
My collard
you know.
greens, my kale, my mustard, my bok
Lettuce.
choy, all looking great right now.
Yeah, that's great. See, like
No,
those
something
leafy
ate all my
things.
lettuce, just mowed it on down.
We talked about that a
We
couple
did,
weeks
on
ago.
the
It was probably a
podcast.
deer. I think that was a deer.
It was some kind of monster. I don't
Man,
know.
them deer are out right now, by the way.
Oh yeah, I saw 8 or 9 this morning.
Oh, I saw a majestic buck jump over a fence this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was fantastic. I was like, man. Although I see it all the time. But at the same it was a buck. It was like an 8-point buck. He jumped right over a fence. It was fantastic.
I see it every day.
Yeah.
And you still don't lose the passion for seeing it. so-
No, not for a buck jumping over a fence. That was great.
But they are everywhere. I was driving late last night and they were
Yeah.
they were all on the side of the
Be
road.
careful at night,
yes,
people.
be careful, people.
Seriously.
Yep.
Yep. I've had multiple deer run into my cars over my lifetime. All right. Is it too late to plant cold weather vegetables?
Yes, it's too late to plant them. Yes, I mean, unless you have like a greenhouse or a little hothouse. I mean,
Yeah, you have to have a hot house or something. It just
Cold frame?
Yeah, maybe.
Ish, it's still getting almost too late for a
Yeah,
cold frame though, if
maybe.
you don't have heat.
Yeah.
I mean, And honestly, where are you going to find cool season veggies right now? Like we're almost out, if not completely.
We have given ours away.
I think we're all the way out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
They are good.
if you're thinking about cold weather vegetables and you have some seeds, and you have a cold frame or a place to start them, that's getting pretty close. Usually in January, you want to start them from seeds, something like that. So,
Yeah, I mean, you can maybe get away with lettuce. A lot of lettuces will germinate. If you can get them at the right temperature to get them germinated, then they can handle it pretty cold.
Yeah,
so
it's also a soil temperature thing, too.
definitely. You need to control your soil environment. Like, you need to do seed trays at this point. You're not going directly into the ground. Even though our soil temperature is kind of warm, it's not that warm.
No, and
So-
it's going to get colder.
Yes, it's only getting colder. So starting them now is a little bit late. Or should I say a lot a bit late?
So don't do it.
Not recommended. I
wouldn't.
You do what you want, but not
That's
recommended.
exactly right.
Yeah.
You do you.
You
I mean,
do you.
I had a cabbage that did nothing over the entire winter, but it was alive, and then it finished in the spring, and I harvested a spring cabbage.
That can happen sometimes.
So-
All those plants are biennial plants. They're not perennial, they're biennial. So I mean that's a 2-year thing where they set seed the second year. It's a whole thing. So you can see that, especially if you protect enough through those horrible months. You'll see them come back in the spring and be okay, but it's just you're not gonna get a ton.
I've also seen during really freezing weather, the people will put some kind of a heat lamp or a clamp light in the high tunnel to keep things warm enough to
You don't need
keep the
much.
damage
You
off.
just need something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the overnight lows, you just
Yeah.
need something. Yeah. A little space heater works great.
Just keep them a little toasty. Give them a little warmth. All right. Pam on our Facebook page asks, are those poinsettias in room?
Pam, girl.
Yes, they are. The holidays are here at Bates Nursery and Garden Center. We got so many poinsettias in. We will talk about it a little bit later, but they look great this year.
I always get a little sad when I see poinsettias because that means the Christmas music is about to start.
Then that means the Christmas music is about to start.
Yeah.
Everywhere, not just here, but everywhere.
Country cues.
Music.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Christmas stuff. The country Christmas music.
It's no, thank you.
Y'all, we work here at a retail garden center. For the whole month of December, we listen to Christmas music.
Yeah,
From
and-
December 1 to the end.
You can only listen to it so
Actually,
much.
we start in November, the
Do we?
day
Yeah.
after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We shift
No.
Yes.
over. Oh,
Yes.
I've been here 8 years and I didn't even realize that.
Yes.
I will say
now you
there's
know.
one record that I put on during this time of year, and it's Chet Atkins' Christmas.
really?
And it is the most beautiful guitar work. Just kind of a hint of Christmas, like, the sleigh bells ring while you're listening. You'll just, there's a chorus in the background that just goes, ooh.
Okay, Tyler.
Tyler,
I
go
did
ahead
not
and sing
expect
a whole
that from you.
song.
Yeah.
I didn't expect the concert this
Yeah.
morning. but
Yeah.
thank you.
Let's go back to the Tyler
It's
cam.
just
Hear
so
that one more time.
cozy. It's like sitting by a fireplace and your uncle's picking,
Well,
you know.
I'm okay
Uncle
with
Chet.
I'm okay with Christmas music on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
For 2 hours.
it could
maybe.
be on most of the day.
When the
those
paper
days.
gets picked up after
Sure,
after the paper gets
Sure.
picked up, cut it
But
off.
for 35 days ad nauseum, no.
Steering back towards the poinsettias.
Oh, those are.
We
got
have
us.
quite a variety of them.
Yes, we do. Which I was going to talk about it later, but do you want to talk about all the stuff now?
No, I was just commenting, or I wanted to comment that we have some with a red and black leaf.
Yes, you do.
We have white, we have pink. So
Red
We've
and
got-
black leaf.
I
They've
don't know.
got the
Yeah.
dappled ones.
they
back
just haven't
there.
completely turned.
Right.
So people are calling them goth poinsettias.
That could work.
But I don't know if they're just the bracts have completely changed yet.
I saw the ones.
You
we
have
was
me
talking
and
about.
Austin perplexed.
Oh, my
we
goodness.
opened all those poinsettias.
Did you not see them? They're like smaller.
I saw 'em.
Half the leaves are black
Yeah.
and half are red.
Yes.
Don't worry, Rachel will point them out.
Yep.
She already
Caroline,
pointed
I'm
them
worried
out to me.
about you.
I'm very confused too.
I'll go take and see them afterwards.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
go
continue
field
the
trip.
show.
Let's
I'm
keep
too
going.
confused.
But yes, we've got poinsettias, Norfolk Island pine, and Christmas cactus.
Those things are
Yep.
so budded up. I mean, 1,000 buds per plant. Like,
Yeah, we brought the ones that came in pretty much in full bloom, but the rest of them, like Austin said, are all budded up. So now's the time to take it home, and then it will bloom once you get it home.
that's the key.
That's what you want. You want to look for buds, not things that are already fully blooming, because then you're not going to get to enjoy those blooms for quite as long. But if you were
But-
going to buy one of these
And
Christmas
repot
cactus
it.
and repot it for a gift,
Yes.
What would you use?
Well, you could just go to any old box store and get some of that
Pseudo dirt.
stuff they call soil.
Pseudo dirt.
Or you could come out here, or you can go to any of the other great garden centers that carry Earth Mix soil products.
Yep.
And if you were going to, just to answer the question, replant poinsettias or Christmas cactus, you would use Proganics Indoor, which is a great product for all of your indoor plant needs. And there's a plethora of products that are just amazing. You can find it here. You can find it if you want to go look. Just go to Find Earth Mix. Go to earthmix.net and find Earth Mix. You will see all those beautiful green dots there that show where you can get it.
Yep.
And we always recommend something to go when you're planting trees, shrubs, whatever you're planting.
Absolutely.
You really do need to amend your soil and give that plant a fighting chance to, and you're just helping yourself out, really.
Absolutely. You're going to put the investment into a shrub or a tree, and you're going to waste just a few more. You're not going to waste the dollars, but if you go to, like you said, you go to the box store and you buy that stuff, and you might as well just not do it.
Yeah, you're better off just not even using it. Just get some Earth Mix.
Absolutely. And
you're not going to be sorry.
And if your local independent garden center does not have it, see the tab up in the upper right-hand corner. Just tell your dealer to make
yes,
inquiry.
right up here. And just start telling them, hey, get Earth Mix products.
I want Earth Mix. I want it now, and I want you to get it.
Yes.
So, and most of the folks will
It is
listen
the
to
best.
It really is.
Yeah,
So,
really.
And available in super sacks now.
Correct.
Yes,
Correct. If a bag or a pallet is not suitable for you, you can get a huge bag of it. It's called a super sack.
A BAS.
It's capitalized.
Yes.
BAGS. Yes. 1.3 cubic yards of whatever material you wanted to get.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot, and you can get it delivered with a really cool machine.
We can deliver them now. We have a
to the greater Middle
truck.
Tennessee area for
Yes.
folks who are outside our viewing area.
Yes, has to be around Nashville.
If the folks in Meridian, the delivery charge is going to be really tough.
Sky high.
Okay. So.
Well, we can work with you if you have quite an order that you want to get further out.
So go to earthmix.net, use Earth Mix. You won't be sorry.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Very
Lovely.
good.
All right.
All right.
Are we doing this
in bloom
with Austin?
I guess we're
we
doing
are.
it. I guess we're doing it.
Is anything in bloom?
Yeah, there's things in bloom. Still, again, we're just rolling with it because it's weird. Why not?
It's so weird.
This is like what's in bloom spring edition for some reason because all of these weird things that are happening.
Why don't you call it what's normally not in bloom?
What's normally not in bloom? Okay, there you go, Tyler. That's what we'll call it this week. Although there are some things that are supposed to be blooming. Right now, the morning glory. Look, I hate morning glory. That's a weed.
It's always going to be
But
blooming.
it's beautiful in someone else's yard. I'm not mad at it.
I'm still mad at it. No matter where it is.
No. If it's in my yard, I'm mad at it. If it's in someone else's yard blooming blue, beautiful this morning, like I saw, I'm not mad at you. You have it in your yard, though, not mine. Okay, this has been a great year for Brugmansia. The Angel Trumpet, I saw some yellow ones the other day. It's been so warm so late into the season that Angel Trumpet is finished and finished strong.
Yeah.
It is loaded with pointed down blooms, which y'all do know that annoys me, but they're so big that it's okay. I want them to be up and looking, but they're not. But it's okay.
They can't. They're so big and beautiful.
They're
don't try to change nature.
okay. I'm not trying to change it. I'm just telling you my thoughts. Okay. Camellia is still going. We got a greenhouse full of camellia. If you're not growing camellia, you need to be. I've said it last week.
I bought 2 more camellia last week.
I bought one last week.
See, people are getting on board. Y'all come out and just look at our camellia selection. Like, my God, it is beautiful. Talk to Ryan. He'll tell you all about them. All right, so now let's get into it. Let's get into those spring blooming things. Like, why? Why is quince blooming? Why is forsythia blooming? Why are azaleas and rhododendron blooming?
They're all blooming.
It's blast off time. And they're being tricked. They think it's time. It's not. And like me and Adam talked about before the show, and Caroline was talking too, our azaleas next year may not have the show they're going to have.
They're looking gorgeous
They're gorgeous right now.
Yeah.
And in the spring, I feel like they've already lost all those buds.
So what we're saying is Enjoy it right now.
Enjoy it right now because
Enjoy
in
right
spring
now.
it's going to be
You're
minimal
getting your
or nothing.
spring right now.
There you go. Irises are state flower.
Yeah, my friend
What are they
sent me a
doing?
photo of just irises in full bloom, not just like one
No,
peeking up and
not a
starting to
random.
open.
Full.
Fully.
Uh-huh.
It was gorgeous. It was a yellow iris.
I mean, yeah, irises are gorgeous in the spring, but not in November. It's so weird. Who knows? You told me yesterday your catmint's in full bloom.
My catmint's in full
Catmint.
bloom. Well, I just keep cutting it though because it is creeping onto my sidewalk.
That
so.
cat should be asleep. but
It's
it
not.
ain't.
It's
No.
never going to go to sleep.
No, it's not. Tyler, you told me your foxglove's popping
Yeah.
off foxglove.
Yeah, it's like 2 feet tall. Blooms perfectly straight.
Fantastic. Adam, your abelia, I'm sure, is still blooming. Abelia's still going.
It is.
You love abelia. It's
It
great.
is, yep.
Roses look pretty good right now. It's a
Yes.
cool season.
Oh, my
It's looking
Carefree
great.
Wonder looks amazing. It's full of blooms.
Our roses on a lot look pretty good right now, actually. Hey, lemon verbena. Adam hit me with that random this morning. His lemon verbena. You know what?
Lemon.
It gets bigger than you think it does, too,
It's
doesn't it?
it's a big like 3x3 shrub right now. It's
And you can
huge.
start from a little bitty 4-inch.
Yes, which
and
I did.
Yes, see? And it gets to be that big. Hey, let's talk about some trees a little bit. Vitex is throwing a rebloom. What are you talking about?
I was talking to Adam about getting a 4-inch abelia because I want one.
No, not abelia. We were talking about lemon verbena.
Oh,
missed that.
oh. Sorry, I was reading some comments. We
You
got
don't even
in and got
listen
lost.
School marm on the old Little House on the Prairie wore lemon verbena.
She did.
She did.
All right, y'all. Let's
Yeah.
finish up with some trees real quick, okay? The
Okay.
Vitex is throwing some rebloom. All right, a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit of rebloom. The cherries are waking up.
Yep.
The cherries are wanting to bloom. I saw a little bitty dogwood the other day wanting to throw just a few blooms. It is not spring dogwoods. Y'all stop. And then the O man, shout out Owen, love you. He works here with us. He's a great little guy. Great little guy. Who says that? Witch hazel. He went to the zoo and he saw witch hazel.
Yep.
Hamamelis. Isn't that a weird genus?
Celeste, who works in our shade perennials, she manages that area. She has a photo of hers that she took probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago of her witch hazel in full bloom.
It's not time for that. I don't know
No,
what's going
mine
on.
is not blooming,
It's
but
the
mine is
coolest
relieving.
little bloom. though.
Super
Yeah.
cool.
Cool little bloom.
tree.
Yeah.
Everybody needs one. We have a lot right now.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. So there you go. That's what's in
Well,
bloom.
I think what's happening. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful,
no
beautiful.
problem.
I think what's happening is we have a mixture of, and some of this could actually be even echoes from 2 years ago from the freeze for a lot of these plants that are, established. We've had this drought for this year, and then we had that drought in 22 and the freeze. And so I'm just wondering if these, we did have that brief cold spell about a month ago or whatever it was. We had some like lower 30s or whatever it was. So the plants are just,
Confused.
they're corn-fused.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It is.
Corn.
Corn.
Somebody in this room loves corn. And I
Yeah.
think everyone who watches this show can guess. We are getting some live questions and
Joyce
comments
is
in.
trying to,
And we're taking them.
She's trying to cause trouble.
Oh, Joyce.
Joyce? Joyce would never.
She wants to know what I'm putting on sale today.
Oh,
David
Bad Josh.
David
Bad
did
host.
mention he hoped you didn't make up any new sales today.
Josh decided just to add shrubs to our perennial sale last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. There was like 8 customers.
He was
that were like,
thinking-
these are on sale, right? I'm like, no, man, those are not.
Oh, Josh.
The power of the voice.
Power of the
Power
voice.
of a microphone.
Yeah.
But we do have some comments coming in about what's in bloom. So Teresa in Oklahoma says, my strawberries are even blooming here.
Interesting.
I know. Jacqueline says, my Bates drift roses are beautiful right now. I do have a drift rose that is loving this weather. It's in full
Perfect
bloom.
rose weather.
Loving it so much. And then Pam, back around to our Earth Mix spot, says, good morning from Killen, Alabama. I guess that's how you say it.
Just killing it now.
Killing it, Alabama. My home state, a garden center nearby, has Earth Mix.
That
So
would
look
be
at that.
Rudy's Garden Center in Killin.
Hey, Rudy's. we
They
saw
are
you.
killing it.
Yeah, they
Rudy's
are.
is killing it.
Very cool.
Great.
Wonderful. And then Joyce does say, my tulips are still in the refrigerator. So I guess Joyce has not quite planted those yet.
And that's fine, Joyce.
And that is just fine. And
is.
then we got a question about muley grass. Alita says, or asked, should you fertilize ornamental muley grass?
I mean, like Adam said earlier, with organics, you can certainly drop some down. We're not trying to fertilize heavy with grass. Y'all, grasses are going dormant. They're trying to.
Yeah. And
Is it growing dormant?
They're going.
Well, and I've heard that Bridget she'll say that most grasses really don't like that rich of a soil.
You're
really.
right.
They really do better with. So if you're going to fertilize them, just do it lightly. Maybe put down half of what the bag says to do.
Yeah, or maybe just a compost, like
Yeah.
not even anything with
Yeah.
any numbers to it, like just
Yeah.
maybe micro,
Yeah.
organism, whatever.
I just planted some switchgrass, some totem pole.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't even mess the roots up. I just stuck them right in the ground,
We
pressed
talked
them
about
in,
it before.
They're gonna
and
be
they're
great.
going to root vigorously
Grass's roots are insane.
in poor soil,
Yes.
which is amazing.
I've said it before. When it comes to switchgrass specifically, the more poor soil you have, the more upright it stays. If it's really, really fertile soil,
Yeah.
they tend to want to lay over and flop a little bit.
That is a good point because I planted a bunch of switchgrass that Ben Trest had dug up from a job, and he was like, "Caroline, you want the switchgrass?" And I was like, "Of course I do."
I love your Ben impression.
I planted half of it. I made a new bed and I used Earth Mix Garden, which is great. And then the other half, I literally just barely even dug a hole, just stuck it in the native soil that I have at my house, which is very much clay. And that one grew more and is more upright, while the other one that I use, the garden soil, it did grow and look gorgeous. Everything else in that bed looked amazing, the lavender. But my switchgrass, did
Flopped over a little.
flop over. I mean, it was laying on top of my lavender and
They're just fat and
creeping thyme
happy
the
when
whole
they
time.
when they get the earth mix.
Pretty much
Yeah.
exactly what it is. They're fat. Those blades are fatter, and
Yeah.
then they want to lay down a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
she was just sleeping. I had to keep cutting it back because it was making my lavender brown. But
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't that mad at it. But yeah, you're right about that. Not that I questioned you. I would never. All right. Why isn't my ginkgo turning yellow? This happened to you a couple years ago, and you were livid.
I've been livid since I planted that ginkgo. I've never seen it turn yellow, okay?
Really?
I've got a theory on this. And this is a nutrient thing once again. Okay, listen. The most beautiful yellow ginkgos I have ever seen are planted in the most
Crappiest spot.
stressful
Yes,
spots you
yes.
could imagine. Right up the road,
Yes.
we got a post office, and there's a parking lot, and there's a ginkgo set right in between two bays of concrete in just
Wow.
the crappiest soil you've ever seen. They didn't care. It's already been beautiful yellow for the season, and it's pretty much already shed all of its leaves, actually. But it went the beautiful yellow that we love. I've got one in my house, and I underplant it with pansies every single year, and then I underplant it with petunias typically every year too. Whenever I do that, I fertilize those annuals, okay? I make sure to keep those beefy and leafy. It's what we want. But whenever I fertilize that, the ginkgo gets all of that too. My ginkgo is as green can be right now, not wanting to change at all.
Neither of mine are turning.
And I think this
Really?
is my
I
theory.
see them all over town turning.
But it depends on where they're at. You got to look. You got to look and see.
So last night I was walking in East Nashville, and yes, they had them planted between the sidewalk and
Street
the road.
trees, yeah.
And
The
they were
street trees?
gorgeous.
Yes,
Yeah.
they turn yellow.
And then
Because
when you
they-
came back down the block, all the leaves had fallen off.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
when I came out of work, I was like, wow, everything's dead now.
It's the same way at like Opryland Hotel. They've got a lot of ginkgos out there, and they're planted in somewhat stressful spots, and they're turning yellow. Whereas I passed one going home. There's probably a 40-foot tall tree ginkgo. I mean, been there for a while. Right in there in Pleasant View. Y'all come and visit it. It's probably 20 foot wide at the base, working up to 40 foot. Green as green can be. Now, I've seen that one go yellow before, but it's in like this low-lying lawn where the lawn is really green and everything looks good. This tree is totally green right now, no yellow. So, great question, and this is just our theory. I don't know that's to be true, but that's just what it
I think
seems.
there's some credence to it
I think so.
because when they're used as street trees for a reason because they will grow anywhere just about.
Oh, you're right about
the
that.
soil can be just terrible and they'll grow in it. So and usually will have better fall color.
Yeah. And you know what's great about ginkgo is that, their fall color is excellent. Like, probably the best in nature, the best yellow in nature, I think, once it happens. But they're still worth growing just because of that cool leaf shape.
Oh,
that
yeah.
leaf shape is
Yeah.
fantastic. And they, like Adam said, like, no pest pressure, no fungal pressure. I will say with my ginkgo at the house, it's a little dwarf variety that I've got, a little ornamental tree.
I've got two.
Never been a bug on it. I've never seen a fungal spot on it once. Like, it is the cleanest tree you can grow. So, if you're not growing ginkgo, even if it doesn't turn yellow, I'm sorry if it doesn't, but even if it doesn't, it's worth growing.
Oh yeah.
So what are you going to do about that? Are you going to move it?
I'm just going to go out and paint it. I'm going to paint it yellow.
Well, you
Actually, I'm going to get my kids to paint it
Really?
yellow.
Okay.
you might just think about stop putting flowers under it.
I know.
Well-
but Adam,
He
it's so
can't
perfect
stop.
for that.
Well, I did garden tone this last fall and this spring. and I'm going to try. I'm not going to put any down.
Yeah, I would just leave them alone.
Let them be. Yeah, don't fertilize a ginkgo. If it's just a ginkgo, like don't fertilize your ginkgo at all.
No.
Yeah.
Bilbo and Frodo. You're gonna
I think also if you stress them, like if you go out there and tell it, I'm going to pull you out of the ground.
Yeah.
If you don't,
Okay.
it'll probably turn.
Talk to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Stress it out.
Yeah, you see the ones over here that died. It could be
Yeah.
you.
You're
next.
Okay,
Be you.
yeah, absolutely.
So that's what you have to do.
Okay, I'll go out and do that.
All right, fine. We're back around to what we talked about last week, talking to your plants. And now we'll keep moving because Austin is annoyed. Hey, Joyce on Facebook says, I've heard that clay is nutrient dense, just not fun to garden in. It is
Clay, well,
not fun to dig in.
clay actually, that is true. The problem with clay is that it is the smallest particle of soil and has a charge. So that's why it sticks together so well.
Yeah.
Is it literally pulls itself to each other, each clay particle. So you want some clay particles in your soil because they actually do hold those nutrients, but you don't want too much because then they hold
water,
all of it,
Yeah.
and won't let water percolate through.
You can't make a pot out of anything except clay.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and we all have to live with clay soils around here. Let's be honest. I mean, our forest. Look at our flora here. I mean, it's incredible the amount of trees and weed species and natives. All of that grows great in our native soils. But if you do have that scenario where that clay is sticking together, kind of like Play-Doh, that's the clay we want to avoid. And we need to amend that. But we all have a little bit of clay to deal with. I mean, it's just our soil composition here.
It's just, like Joyce said, very annoying to garden with.
It can be annoying
Digging
to
at
garden
it,
with.
Yeah.
It can be.
There's a
It either
different
gets really
pH as
hard,
well, right?
or if it's wet, it just sticks to everything. Ugh.
It's got a very low pH too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, but it because it has so many, I think it's hydrogen, it's like HO negative or whatever it is. It's has to do with the particles that are attached to it. So yeah.
Soil science.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
I
Takes me
like
way
it.
back.
All right, let's get to some more questions. Do I need to do anything to overwinter my Julia Child rose? Julia.
I love a Julia Child rose.
I know.
What a beautiful
We
yellow.
all know you
It
do.
is,
It's
except that
gorgeous.
it
It's a
gets
tree
black
form
spot.
also.
And, tons of stuff.
Let's be honest, it's still a rose, like
Yeah.
Adam said. I mean,
Yeah.
it still comes with its things. But to overwinter it, there's not much you can do, honestly. I mean, besides, I'm a fan of not really cutting your rose all that much through the winter so we kind of see where it cracks from next spring. Because what happens a lot of times is roses will, crack buds at the top, and then we get that stupid late frost or freeze in the spring like we typically do. And then that foliage will get whacked back, and then you got to cut it back anyway. So I'm a fan of just leaving your rose up through the winter. You can mulch a little bit heavier, but not right on those sticks. And honestly, we just got to get through the winter. You just got to, it's going to live or it's going to die.
Well,
it's kind of the thing.
A lady that used to work here, Linda Jarrett, she was really, really.
She's a rosarian.
She's a true
yeah.
rosarian. And what she would do every winter is she would come in and get a scoop of mushroom compost, and she would, in January, into January, she would mulch with mushroom compost.
What a great idea.
Oh.
That's
That
what
way
she
you get
would do.
all of January, February, March for that rain to let that just mushroom
That's what she
nutrients.
did. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Linda, you're great.
Brilliant. Hey, we got a live question in from Miriam, friend of the show. Good morning, Miriam.
Hey, Miriam.
We need to have Miriam back on.
Yeah.
Miriam asked, what's the best site and care for Hearts a Bustin'?
Hearts of Bussin'. That's the
That's
That's the native euonymus.
Native
yeah.
euonymus, yeah.
Yeah. Well, just about anywhere, really. I mean,
You're right.
it'll. I think there's actually. I've seen some by the creek back here that's just growing wild back there.
Exactly.
So-
It's like a don't worry so much about the soil or whatever. It's totally fine with our native soils, and it's totally fine with shade. It'd probably get a little bit more rangy in the shade.
Yeah.
And could it handle
Yeah.
full sun? Yes. Honestly, it's a plant that can live kind of anywhere. I mean, it's a native euonymus. Euonymus.
Native euonymus.
Yeah. Good
It's
job,
got
Miriam.
It's got a cool bloom on it too.
It does. It's
Yeah.
different.
I
And
can't
it's followed
think of what
by
it
the
looks
fruit
like.
that's cool, right? Yeah, that's the whole point of it, kind of.
So Miriam sounds like you can put it wherever you want.
Yeah, I mean,
Miriam's yard.
I'd say partial sun.
Yeah,
would be best.
that'd probably be happiest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, keeping those plants happy. And where are happy plants?
I know
Well,
where they are.
I think there's some right around here, right?
Corn.
Maybe.
Isn't there some right outside?
I saw a bunch of cool ones out here. And
Yeah,
they all
right
looked
here
happy.
at Bates Nursery and Garden Center here
See,
in
that
Whites
whole
Creek,
row
Tennessee.
back there is happy.
Yeah, I mean, if you could ride on a drone, you could get this view right here in the pictures here of this of our website. There you see Betsy Bates, the founder of Bates Nursery. So come on out. We're open 9 to 4, Monday through Saturday. This will be our last Sunday tomorrow for the fall season.
Yay!
12 to 4. Yeah, all of us are happy about that.
Yeah.
This
But,
is our last Sunday?
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't know?
No.
Oh, now you're caught up.
So now,
just come into work.
now to really the meat of what I want to say about Bates Nursery. We have a sale going on, right?
Hey.
Yes. So if you are thinking about getting a tree, now's a great time because they are all on sale, 20% off. And as Austin alluded to earlier, all the Earth Mix products we sell are 20% off.
It's
all
great.
All the trees?
bulk bag, any tree,
Any tree?
Any tree.
any tree.
And and there's even a little bit of overlap there.
Oh.
Sometimes.
If like smoke tree,
Hey.
hey, it
Some
says
people
tree-
call it smoke bush.
I know, but it says tree in the name. So
Let's do it.
There you go.
Okay.
Get you a smoke tree and regret it.
That's statuesque.
I have one that I'm going to plant, and I'm going to love it.
You're going to regret it.
I'm not going to regret it.
The statuesque, beautiful.
Nope, I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
No.
What?
Well,
What I
so
missed?
that does include Japanese maples. So
It does?
in case you're people are wondering, does it? I thought it did.
No.
I didn't
No,
see any
I believe it
exceptions.
excludes.
nope.
Oh, no. Now Adam's
only
trying to.
Japanese maples excluded.
My trick.
Okay. Excluded Japanese maples.
Yeah, that
Sorry
was
about
the only one.
Sorry about that.
But
But every other tree
Yes.
is on sale, so that's good. And so come on out and see us. We'll be here till 4:00 today, and thanks for coming out to Bates. And do you want me to do this right now, Tyler? The special thing.
Do it.
So for the holidays, we have a special place to go on our website here, where you can order a gift card, you can order shirts, you can
It's our holiday gift guide.
holiday gift guide. So there you go. You can see what we got to put under the tree for a loved one this year.
yes.
It's right
Look at
there
those.
under store at the very top. You just hover over that, boom, holiday gift
Store
guide.
right here.
Wonderful.
There you go.
There it is.
Get someone a
Sweet.
gift card. I got a friend a gift card yesterday, actually, to Bates, who I work for, and I saw her last night and handed her a Bates gift card.
Yeah,
and
she
she was
was
like,
about-
"This is the best."
She was about to bring her like literally a whole tree.
Okay, I was gonna get a tree, but I was working at a venue. I was like, I can't walk in the door with a whole tree. They probably won't let me in. So it's
brilliant
instead, she got a
deduction.
gift card. But it's just, I mean, she lit up. I feel like giving somebody a gift card to Bates is
There
just
you go.
they get to pick out their own thing and they get to come see us. You know?
Absolutely.
That is nice. Look at those tote bags. We got some cute tote bags.
Yeah, they are pretty cool.
Live simply, bloom wildly.
Where's the romaine?
That
Everyone remain calm. That's great. I'm happy with that.
And those are great tote bags. They expand and they have a pocket inside.
Oh.
So it's not just one of those flat ones that you can only put a little bit in. Like you can fit a lot of stuff.
Oh, you love your pockets.
I do.
You love pockets.
I love pockets.
Uh-huh. My girls love pockets.
And if you
yeah.
don't
Pockets
have
are
a dirt
life.
shirt, folks.
There it is. The dirt shirt is back.
Ow.
Okay.
Was it gone?
Yeah, that's what we used to have as our, what we wear around here. It says, I like
Yeah.
to play in the dirt.
That is true.
That's what we used to wear.
Got to have a dirt shirt.
And then look, don't stop believing. Y'all don't stop believing.
Y'all.
There you go.
Don't
That's
Look at
right.
that.
So
I think
Bates,
wasn't that a song back in the 80s?
It was.
Tyler, sing it. Hit it, Tyler.
which one?
Don't start believing.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop.
Don't start.
Maybe we need to tell that to our plants right now so they stay dormant.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Okay.
speaking of plants,
What do we have? What's going on in here? We did this big yesterday.
Because of that.
with Caroline.
Yeah.
all right. So we have already talked about how we got our holiday plants in, but y'all come see me and Sarah in house plants because we have so many gorgeous poinsettias, all the way from 4-inch to 8-inch pots. We are going to get some little 2-inch minis. But we did bring in the Picasso today. I mean, look at the leaf. It looks like it's been painted. Why are you looking at me like that?
Picasso, those?
Yeah.
No, that's peppermint. Them peppermint sandies.
No, those are.
Peppermints.
Yeah, peppermint sandy. That's what I call them.
Well, you keep calling him that.
All right.
I mean, honestly, peppermint sandy makes a little. Well, no, it doesn't make more sense.
Yeah, it
it
does.
makes me think of cookies.
Yeah, well, It's
Austin-
a dusted cookie leaf, peppermint sandy.
All right.
That
well,
makes sense to me.
Come look at all these poinsettias. The black leaf poinsettia that Austin and I are still perplexed by.
I don't
Come
think
see
that
those.
exists.
Now, folks, you really there's just a small portion of what it is that they have.
Yeah.
I had to visit the facilities before the show this morning and walk through the houseplant section. It is cool.
Full.
A cascade of
stuff.
color.
We'll be getting a lot more into. So this was just our first round. Norfolk Island pines. These are such a great house plant, and they're hard for us to get year round. They only come around from our growers during the winter, but get one now. You will not regret having it as a house plant. It can take low light and it can take full sun. It can adapt to pretty much any growing condition, and they are so easy. And then Christmas cactus, like we already talked about, and Austin said we have tons that are budded up right now, so it'd be a great gift. And then down in front, I had to bring in barberry, and everyone was like, Caroline, what are you doing? But look at that. Look at those colors. So this is Sunday Gold Pillar barberry. And I've never been a fan of barberry, but I think I am now.
We brought in barberry with poinsettias, and I'm like, this is the most random thing I've ever seen. But you know what? It kind of works. The colors kind of work.
It is pretty random, but they do work. It adds. They look like little ornaments.
Are we seeing a fall color on that?
That's what we're seeing. That's why we brought it. Yeah. The reddish, pinkish tinge. Yeah. Orange
So-
even.
This stays pretty, like it's upright and stays pretty slender.
Yeah. It's hence
It's columnar.
the name pillar. Yeah.
That
I mean,
makes
typically is
sense,
an upright form.
It's
I
a good
kinda want some.
passive deterrent for burglars.
Indeed.
It's also a very good passive deterrent for kitty cats.
Indeed.
And yes, it is.
Plant
It's a
them
little prickly.
all around your
A
house.
little. They are
They're brutal.
Very
Very
prickly.
prickly.
Barbie.
Barbies. Barbie plant. Well, let's go ahead and get to what's
Barbarians.
behind us.
Yes.
So in the corners, we've got the blue ice Arizona cypress right there. I feel like these would look so good with some white little twinkle Christmas lights just put in there.
Oh yeah. Maybe
And
some
let's-
red dangly
Ornaments?
ornaments. Yeah.
Some of those
Christmas
red dangles
balls.
in there. Christmas.
Here it comes back.
I always forget the
Back
word
around
ornament.
to last year.
Yeah.
Put the Christmas balls in the tree. The little red danglies.
Those will
It'll
look
be
great in that.
Yes.
But while we're just on that topic, I do want to really quickly talk about how on Sunday I said I bought a lot of stuff. I bought over a cart full of plants, our biggest carts that we have. But one of the plants I bought was an Angel Falls white pine, and that's going to be my Christmas tree this year.
Yay.
So that's what I do every single year. Instead of spending $100 on a cut tree, I mean, do it if that's what you like to do, but I take that money and spend it on some kind of cool specimen that I can have that I can stick in my yard and look at it for years to come. Or maybe it dies. I don't know.
No, don't say that.
No, it won't.
Don't.
Not that one. I'm talking about some of the other ones that I've gotten that are a little bit iffy, but they're doing great right now. I'm actually going to make little plaques for them so I remember the year that I put them in the ground.
That's cute.
It's adorable. And then behind Adam, we've got a dwarf Alberta spruce. Yet another great option if you want to.
We brought that in so randomly. We were
Did
thinking
you
like
forget we brought that in? You
kind
went,
of.
No.
I just now remembered. I mean, it's such a good plant to
You
like.
seem ashamed.
Well, I kind of am upset with us for bringing that in. No, people love dwarf Alberta spruce.
Yeah.
It's great for hanging Christmas lights and ornaments and stuff. It's great.
Christmas dangly red Christmas balls.
Yeah, it's a great annual.
See, he knows it too.
I did have a friend come in the nursery a couple days ago, and they bought one of these as their Christmas tree. So it's another great option. And then under the TV, we've got what's in bloom right now. What is it, Josh?
It's an azalea.
It's an azalea. This is Echo Peachy Keen azalea.
Zays.
It's
It's
a
so
encore.
orange.
It's an encore competitor.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Encore wannabe. No.
Yeah, it's a rebloomer.
I think it's beating the encores. I like the color of
It's
that
doing
blue.
okay.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
a nice.
not a big azalea fan.
There's only a few like Pucanensis and Fashion, the ones that do the best.
good
I'm
Fashion.
good with.
Those are
Oh, yeah.
quite the bargain too. I can see the price on them from
Yeah,
30
not
bucks.
bad.
Yep.
Not bad at all.
Not bad.
And get 3 or 4 of them, put them in a bed there. Get you a tree, put them under a tree that you get here
Hang your
for
Christmas
20%
balls
off.
on 'em.
Hang your Christmas balls, your dangly red things
There you
on
go.
it.
There you go.
I've got flame creeper azaleas, and I do love those.
Those are cool. I
Those
like
are
Flame
cool. I
Creeper.
like those.
And then let's
Sprawly.
talk about our feature plant, raised up on this Lazy Susan.
Tyler, get it now. Zoom in, quick.
Tyler, fast.
Quick.
Oh, slow fade.
Look at that. I'm so happy with this. Y'all. when it turns backwards, it's got a weird lean. Look, y'all. What, Caroline? Quit laughing so much. This is my creation.
It's so cute. And those mushrooms look like a little train going around it.
Let's wait till it gets. Look, it's
Okay.
almost there.
Let's have a moment of silence.
This is a Shimpaku juniper. Very common for bonsai. And I made it into a little cute tree yesterday. I put it in a pot. Look, this is the angle you're supposed to see it at.
Well,
boom, right
what
there.
what you forgot to do was put the little bitty lawn furniture next to
I
it.
know. It's like a
Didn't have
scene.
any.
We need some Lego, like some Lego
We need
figures.
stuff.
And,
I
I know.
mean, you've got to
Yeah.
have Barbie furniture at your house. Why didn't you bring like a lounge chair?
It's bigger. It's bigger than that.
That's
little-
true. Yeah, you're
That thing's
right.
tiny.
I would say.
I love that tree so much.
it is cool.
gorgeous.
It's very cool. I like it.
Is that going to be for sale?
Yeah, why not?
So you can come here and buy Austin's creation,
Yes, come buy this tiny tree.
Mushrooms are
keep it for
extra.
yourself, or give it as a gift.
You know what, Josh? We'll even include the mushroom.
You'll toss in the mushroom?
Toss in the
Yeah, look at
mushrooms.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
Why am I
The
picturing a
smallest feature
Matchbox
plant we've
car?
ever had.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Something like
get
that
a
in there.
Matchbox-
yeah. You
like
can do whatever you want to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's what we have in room
With an
today.
Great room.
tube.
I mean, great room.
Okay.
Great room.
Great
Great
room,
room,
everybody.
everyone.
Bravo,
Great
bravo.
room. Hey, we got a live question in from Colin. We haven't
Col.
heard from Colin in a minute. Colin, I hope you're doing well. Let me get your font bigger so I can read it. All right, Colin says, hey fam, indoor juniper in window. Gets full sun for quite a long time, getting yellow foliage. What should I do? Did I overwater? Is it dead? It's still got some green.
Okay, Colin, is the green on the outside of the plant, like the outermost part of the plant? Because there are a lot of conifers right now that are starting to
Shedding.
shed
Yep.
from the interior, and juniper's no different, especially calling a juniper inside your home. Like, we're getting to that point where, you know, I'd prefer you to get that juniper outside if you can. Depending on what species it is, they can take it pretty cold. Like, our native juniper here can take it down to like negative 30 degrees. Okay, so I know a lot of people like to grow juniper inside because it's kind of that bonsai looking thing. I mean, similar to what I did here, but we really, I mean, they want as much sunlight as you can possibly give them. So if it's a little bit of shed, that's okay. But I wish you'd get it outside, Call. Come on, Call.
Come on, Col.
What
Yeah,
pest
they're
would
not.
cause
They're
that?
not normally something that I would, think of as an indoor plant. But,
No.
but they are. Austin's right. I mean, my green giants are shedding.
Yo,
Shedding.
heavy. Yeah,
right
really
now.
heavy
Yeah.
right now.
So it's
Pines
gonna
are
happen.
doing it. Yeah. So and junipers are no different. They shed
No.
as well.
I think it's a shrub, Colin. He wants to know if it's a tree and if it's on sale. I think it's a
this?
shrub.
Oh,
I made that.
that
a tree.
is good. You did make that
It was a
tree.
shrub. Now it's a tree. Colin, for you, it's on sale.
That means, Colin, you have to come out and see us.
That means you have to come by it.
You got to come visit us. All right. And then Joyce did say, coming back around to the sale, not evergreen trees, right?
No, evergreen trees are involved.
Are involved.
Yes.
Are involved.
They're involved.
They're
Heavily
fully
involved.
involved.
fully involved in this sale. Okay, they're ready. They're like, yeah, pick me too. Hey,
They've
you
got
need
some
you
really
need,
cool Christmas trees out there too, folks.
Yeah, we
I
do.
mean,
Yes.
right out in front of the garden center. That's the place you want to go shopping for.
Yeah, we just got some Norway spruce.
And hey,
Uh-oh.
think about this for a second. You're trying to screen out your neighbors. You need like 20 green giant arborvitaes. They're on sale.
They're on sale.
You can get 20 of those at 20% off right now because they are trees. Let's be real. They're trees. Like what 20% off.
So come out, see
Bada
us.
boom.
Get you some trees.
Joyce will be here today.
Yeah, Joyce will.
cannot.
Joyce will be waiting for you to roll in.
Yeah, she'll be ready for me to load her bags too, Joyce.
All right. And then Kim asked, is it a okay time to cut a limb off a dogwood tree?
Yeah, if it's just one limb.
It's just one
sure.
limb.
Sure.
I mean, y'all
tree.
think about us working out here as nurserymen. If we're walking by a tree and we see a broken limb, what do? We snatch it off
Yep.
at any time of year. Like, it never looks good to leave a dangling old limb on the tree. So, yeah, take it off. And then, I mean, we're getting cooler. Dogwoods still have most of their leaves right now, which is, and they're beautiful. Like, really, really nice right now. But we're getting into that pruning season. Now, we're not going to prune dogwoods all that much from the tips over the winter times because we're going to lose flower buds. But if it's a broken limb, let's just take that. Just
It
snatch
takes
it.
so long to grow anyway.
They do.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, Tyler, do you have the photo from
Sure do.
Ed and Risha? All right.
Is that the
Rachel.
boxwood one?
Yes.
Yep.
So this is Ed and Risha asking, what's the deal with our new boxwoods? They were planted last spring and started out great, but then started doing what you see in this picture. There used to be some fairly mature boxwoods there in 2020 when we moved in, but the freeze got them and we replaced them with these. Any advice would be appreciated. Thank you.
This is a case where we're seeing
Austin
the
seems
fact
stressed.
that they ought to be called dogwoods.
What?
David used to call boxwoods dogwoods because they're
Because of the
Because
piddle.
dogs would pee on them.
Oh.
It could be. That looks like too much. I mean, that's
It's a
way
big
too much to
dog,
just be
yeah.
pee. Yeah, that's just annoying boxwoods sometimes. I hate when
no.
boxwoods do this.
Let's talk about it.
Well,
Can you? Are you too shocked?
I'm not
Well,
sure.
I mean, certainly you want to prune out any of the dead
dead.
stuff for
Yes.
sure.
That's about all you can do right now.
Pretty much
really.
all you can do. Now, you could apply some dormant oil or neem oil this winter so that if it is any kind of bug or disease, you'll knock them down, try to prevent it from coming back next year or so.
Yeah.
And then, boxwoods are kind of one of the exceptions to evergreens. They don't like an acid soil. So if you're going to fertilize them, use
What was her
plant
mulch?
tone.
Did we see the mulch? Was it pine needles by any chance?
I thought I saw
Yeah,
like a
no.
netting or something. What is that netting?
There is a mesh netting over them.
Okay.
Huh.
That's probably Christmas lights.
Oh, it might be.
Don't
But
know.
yeah, unfortunately, like Adam said, all you can do really right now is prune out the nasty. And they're going to look way better after you do that, but they're going to be a little bit holy. They're going to have some dead spots in them. But next spring, they should flush past that. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, but that's why you want to put plant tone
Deer
or something
netting.
on them. Maybe even what am I trying to say? Not super thrive. Yeah, super thrive. Yeah,
Super
put some of that on them. Yeah.
Super Thrive. All right.
But mix it according to
Boxwoods.
the packaging.
Boxwoods.
Yes.
Mine look pretty good. I'm about
Deer
to
netting
transplant
is
6
what
of
she's
them.
got up there. Okay.
oh, deer netting. Yeah.
Oh.
I feel so bad for the people that have deer issues. Like that's a hard issue to deal
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful semi-suburban downtown Smyrna.
with. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
Right
awful.
in town.
When deer come right up to your front porch and just like munch your plants, like there's nothing worse than that. I feel you. I hate it for you.
Yeah, Anne in our office.
She hates deer.
She hates deer.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. It's very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Joyce is asking, do you have Canadian hemlocks? And I did look up our inventory. Looks like we have about 4 in stock right now. So Joyce, you're definitely going to
Yeah, we're
get out
hoping
here.
we're hoping to get some more. Here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Are the hemlocks we got right now those big B&Bs in the back? Yeah, there's
2
some.
B&Bs and then a 5 and a 7 gallon.
Okay,
So
yeah,
there's
we
a
did.
couple
Okay.
to choose from.
They're all hemlock.
Gorgeous tree.
We'll have quite a bit
Gorgeous
more.
tree.
You know what's really cool about hemlock, real quick, while I'm here? I'm pretty sure like the
are here.
champion hemlock in North Carolina is something like 230 feet tall. Something insane.
Yeah, and
230 feet tall.
It's like 400 years old.
It's
or 500
crazy.
Years old.
Yeah, but can you imagine a plant that's over 200 feet tall? Like that's incredible,
That's
which
insane.
is awesome. But if you take a Canadian hemlock and you decide to cut on it, you can hedge it at 4 feet tall. Like they do this extensively in the UK. They'll take
Wow.
hemlock and they'll make them shrubs.
Well,
Like,
we
how
used
cool is
to,
that?
it used to be more common.
Yeah.
Used to be more common around here back in the 70s, where
On the corners of people's homes,
corners,
yes.
and you would shear them, and yeah.
Yes, you could edge shear them. And that was a horrible joke.
What's
That was
funny
a
is my
horrible
brain
joke.
went there and then you said it. So I'm glad you did.
My brother-in-law had a hemlock on his house when he bought his home, and he let it get out of bounds a little bit, and it's because it used to be tightly sheared, like 2 or 3 times a year. It has to be done, but he let his go a little bit, and it got a little bit spraying. It too big, so we ended up just getting rid of it. But if you keep on it, you can keep a hemlock hedge. That's so cool.
That
you know?
sounds adorable.
It
Yeah.
is cute. It's cute.
A lot of work though.
It is a lot of work.
See you soon, Joyce. We got a blueberry question.
This
we
is
got
Adam-
a
this is
blueberry
Adam's
expert
spot.
in here. I don't know what's wrong with my blueberry. Leaves are brown at the end. What should I do?
Wait for them to drop off.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
Sounds
about
like
winter
drought,
time. I
maybe?
mean, yeah, it could be effects of the drought that we had, extended drought we had this year. For sure, hit them with some hollytone. And that's pretty much all you can do. If you want to go in there and kind of prune out any actual dead limbs, that's always good. If you want to hit them with some dormant oil, maybe, just to make sure that if it was some kind of disease or something, you're kind of knocking it down too. That's pretty much all you can do.
And unlike boxwood, they are very acid-loving plants. aren't they?
Correct.
Very
Correct.
low pH. One of the lowest pHs
Yeah,
of any
like 5.
Like 5. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
You're not really going to over apply the.
That was me. Sorry.
You're not going to over apply the hollytone, really.
No,
I mean,
you-
to a blueberry.
yeah.
All right. Can you name some common plants that you should not prune over winter?
Oh, certainly. We can definitely go that route. Let's just rapid fire azaleas.
Forsythia.
Forsythia. Let's go. What's the smelly one that smells good? Lilac.
Yep.
Oh,
That
yeah,
one
definitely
over there.
lilac.
Rhododendron? Certainly not.
Witch hazel.
Witch hazel. Quince. Definitely don't do quince. What else we got that blooms early? early
Hydrangea,
spring?
your traditional.
Good point.
Macrophylla hydrangeas.
Good point on that. Yes.
Yeah, and oak leaf hydrangeas too.
And oak leaf and the other one, the serratas, the mountain.
Yeah,
What do we call those?
it's mountain.
Lace caps.
Lace cap.
Yeah. Don't want to prune those.
No.
What else we got?
So
Let's talk about
basically,
trees.
anything that blooms early spring.
Exactly.
Anything that's blooming now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Anything that's confused.
Yeah.
Would you say you look on the stems and see buds? You don't prune it, right?
Pretty. I mean, flower buds. Yes.
Flower buds.
Looking for flower buds, which we can help with that. If you're unsure, call
Yes,
us. We'll
call
call
us.
you.
We'll help you.
Send photos.
I'll call you.
Austin loves to make phone
I
calls.
love phone calls.
Cell phone calls?
Joyce,
Bet
come
she
out and see
does.
us.
Yeah.
What's that phone number you call Austin at?
It is 615-876-1014.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
how they
There
call.
you go.
All righty, folks, come out to the nursery today because they're and tomorrow because tomorrow's the last Sunday.
Last
for
Sunday,
for the
12
for
to
the
4.
winter time. So make them work. Make them work hard out here today.
No, Josh, don't tell them that.
No, yes, come out and see them.
Make us work hard. It makes the day go by fast.
Nah.
Just zooms by, and they're happy to help you out here. I promise you
Austin's
that.
mad.
We ain't trying to work
Always.
on Sundays.
All right, folks. Next Saturday we're going to come back. We may extend David Bates's secret of probation at least one more
Maybe.
week. I know it's under
Maybe.
the appeal process, but
Yes.
we're going to just have to wait and see.
Yes, we haven't heard from the judge yet.
Okay. And thank you for participating. Hey, if you're out there on all the social media websites, particularly we've had it, we didn't know it. Twitch is out there for you to see.
Yes, it is.
Facebook, Instagram. Watch for the podcast, and we'll see you right here from the Green Room Studios for another Gardening Inside Out show next Saturday morning.
Yeah. Little tree.